What up? What up? What's really, really good, y'all? It's your boy Aaron Bevins, the millennial entrepreneur. I'm coming to you live with the one and only Mr. Jerry Pearson. If we could get our guy Mike, I'm gonna send him. I'll send him the link again right now.
Send them the
If
link. Yeah.
if we can get my guy on, then we'll make it happen. But in the meantime, and in between time, y'all, I just want to say this. I'm so excited to run this live right now because these boys right here, man, have done some things in business, baby, that are gonna make you say, okay. So before we do this, y'all, we're gonna have a quick little intro. Oh, matter of fact,
What it do?
yeah, yeah. Okay then.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening?
All right, so we got my man Jerry Pearson, we got Michael Lane in the building. All right, really quick, we're gonna have a quick intro, y'all, and we're gonna hop right into this value because these boys have so much wisdom to be able to share with us, and I'm gonna be taking my notes myself. So in the meantime and in between time, y'all go ahead and share this out because it's going all the way down.
We made it, that's facts, ayy. We the greatest, that's facts, ayy. Prices raising, that's facts, ayy. That's right. But we paid it, that's facts, ayy. I did. They hate it, that's facts, ayy. Cause we changing, that's facts, ayy. We did. Can't blame them, that's facts, ayy. Cause we made it, that's facts, ayy. Jerry on top, that's a goat, yeah. Where you been, I wanna know, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. I know you wanna look up for this. Baby, let me turn you up a bit. You said you made it through hell and back. Give me the scoop, baby, tell the facts. Don't be shy.
You understand me? You understand me? I hope y'all
Say
listen to the.
man, say man. Don't nobody got a harder come up than a millipreneur, man.
Come on
Don't
now.
nobody got a harder come up than a millipreneur, man.
Listen. I don't know, bro. After today's come up story, man. I think y'all definitely rival it, man. Y'all definitely rival it. So look, I want to hop right in. Because you guys, man, I'm just so proud of you guys, man. So those of you who've been following my content for a minute, you might remember that over a year ago, I did a live with both of these gentlemen, and we talked about their come up story, and we talked about where they've been, and I said we got to do it again because I don't know if I ever shared this with y'all, Michael and Jerry. I don't know if I shared this with y'all, but some of the greatest feedback I ever got was from y'all's episode, man. Y'all share some nuggets.
Wow.
Y'all share some nuggets, man, that not only had us all with goosebumps, but literally people have been asking about, how are those one guys doing? The ones that, the guys that the one guy who he was in jail and da da da. You know what I mean? And so for me, this means a lot that y'all agreed to come back and do this with us. But what I want to do is go ahead and hop right in. So real quick, I want to give y'all the opportunity to first introduce yourselves. Some who may be living under a rock don't know who the men are that are in front of us. So if y'all just want to introduce yourselves, who you are, and a little bit about your background, and then I'm gonna start asking some questions so that we can hop into this. But go ahead, y'all.
Man, so Jerry Pearson. I actually live in Houston, Texas. I do deals in Central Texas, Killeen, Temple area. Um, man, we do this business, man.
Yeah,
We do this
yeah.
business. We do this business. I started out in real estate back in 2019. College educated, basically got fired, been thinking differently ever since. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
got into real estate, did a few deals, did about 6 to 7 deals. Met my partner Michael in 2020. Like my guy Jarrell say, and I still say it to this day, man, we prospered in the pandemic, man. Uh,
Mm, mm.
92 deals in the pandemic, over $300,000 gross. Man, it was a beautiful thing, man. No systems and everything. Didn't get a VA till we were halfway through. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, Shanita's calling us out. Shanita says someone looks preoccupied with their phone and not fully present. Come on, Shanita. We're sharing it out. We're sharing it out, Shanita. All right, but I love it. I love the fact that our viewers are always fully tapped in and engaged with us. We love you, Shanita. All right, and we're gonna dig into that some more because I just wanted to give the people an idea about who y'all are, but I want to tap into that some more. I love it. I love it. And Michael, how about you, bro? Give us an idea. Give us an idea, a little bit about your background.
Say, from prison to the palace. You know,
Mm, mm.
just like Joseph. So first off, I want to thank Aaron. Thank you again for allowing us to come on your podcast, share a platform with you. That's more than a blessing. It's been a game changer for us, just getting the opportunity to meet you and glean from you and learn from you, and see you grow to the level that you at right now. So, you gave us the authority to be on this podcast. So we want to thank you, first and foremost. Um, but yeah, I've been in real estate a little over 2 years now. I've known Jerry about a year and a half. That's how long we've been doing business together.
That's
And
crazy. It's
yeah,
only been
yeah,
a
yeah,
year and a half, bro.
yeah. It's only a year and a half.
That's
Yeah, only a year and a
crazy.
half. Yeah, it's wild. I come from, I've been in the military before. Like I said, I've been to, got into some trouble in my later years. Matter of fact, this month I've been out 6 years. So
Wow,
I've been
bro.
out 6 years. So I started working in a law firm. So that's where I got a lot of my business and my real estate degree from. To a degree, was kind of working with attorneys and some other real estate investors that kind of put me on game. But then I got hip to a Max Maxwell video, got hip to Quentin Flores, Aaron Bevins, and then just kind of took off. So we're still rookies in the game too, you know what I mean? But we ain't got that rookie hustle.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, so I wanna dig into this. So now you guys understand a little bit about who Jerry and Michael are. By the way, y'all, I know I do the most, man. Everybody says, Aaron, you do the most. So we don't know when you're just excited or exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating when I say this, y'all. I use these guys' stories all the time to inspire new mentees that I have, new students that I have, because their stories couldn't be more different. They couldn't be more different, but they both, I think they both encapsulate so many other stories that are looking to come into the game right now. So I want to break these apart really quick and give both of these guys the opportunity and authority to be able to come on and bless us. So let's start with this really quick. Jerry, um, you said you come from the background of you did go to college, right?
Yeah,
Then you went ahead and did the corporate job thing.
did the corporate job thing.
I
Yes,
Every
yes.
time I hear the story, I get excited, man. Can you just give us an idea, like what happened with the American dream and your story, where you were like, man, entrepreneurship is going to be the way for me. Like, what was the turning point for you?
So it was when I got fired, bro. Don't get me wrong. I'm a proud HBCU graduate. I thank God for my journey. But once I got fired, I just automatically was thinking differently. Okay.
Mm,
Because I thought I was going to be there up until I was, 55, 60, 65, whatever.
mm,
I had no desire to be an entrepreneur. That was foreign to me. Nobody in my immediate family was an entrepreneur. I didn't know anybody in real estate. So, like, everything was like foreign to me. So once I got fired, I started thinking differently. I actually found another job only because, just the mindset is telling you, like, hey, you need to find another job. You need to find some money. I got to that other job, and I was like the most stressed out 25-year-old in this world. I think I was,
mm,
anyways. And I just
mm,
was truly unhappy, truly
mm,
unhappy.
mm,
So, literally, I went into my boss's office and I said, "Hey, man, I'm out.
mm,
No plan whatsoever.
mm.
No money saved up. To this day, I'll still say it is an emotional decision, and I wouldn't recommend anybody do that. I would not recommend anybody do that. Okay, it was
Yeah, yeah.
100% an emotional decision,
Mm,
but I would like to say that was my best decision also. Only because
Mm,
my back was against the wall.
mm,
I was driving Lyft for money.
mm,
But I just loved the hustle. I loved the drive that I was in control of my own time. Okay.
mm, mm.
Stumbled upon real estate as I'm driving Lyft, right?
Oh,
Was
so
getting
you
like,
didn't have? Oh, you legit didn't have a plan. You didn't even know real estate was
no,
going to be the
no, I
move.
did not have a plan, bro. I did not have a
I
plan.
didn't know that, Jerry.
No, I didn't have a
I
plan,
thought that whenever you quit the job, you knew that you knew what the plan was for the
bro,
entrepreneurship play.
bro.
Nah, he was
Uh,
freestyling.
bro, 100% emotional. Okay,
Wow.
but I knew like, and at that point, my mindset wasn't right, bro. I'm blaming God. Like, hey, bro, like I was over here comfortable at my other job. Like, why I had to get fired? Why it was me? But when I made that emotional decision to leave work, I was happy, bro.
Mm,
And it didn't feel right because I've been trained to work a 9 to 5 up until I'm 65 and whatever like that. So here I
mm.
am, just left the job, made an emotional decision. Don't know where my check is going to come from in the next 2 weeks. Don't know when I'm gonna get paid, but I'm happy.
Wow.
I'm happy. Okay.
Interesting.
It didn't make any sense. It didn't make
Yep.
any sense. So here I am driving Lyft, nickel and diamond, getting up at 5 a.m. to Midtown Houston and planning out all of my routes and stuff like that. And I was having fun with it, bro.
Mm,
I was making it happen. I was getting my bills paid. So that's
mm,
when I was just like, bro, this is crazy. How am I enjoying this hustling? Like nickel and
mm,
diamond, barely
mm-hmm,
making it. It don't. By the way, I'm completely out of my comfort zone, way out
mm-hmm,
of my comfort zone. But because I had bills to pay, I didn't even have time to think about the comfort zone.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So, stumbled upon real estate. Um, Decided I wanted to be an agent, right?
mm-hmm.
And I was in real estate school for a week online, and I saw a Facebook ad that said something about wholesaling. I said,
Yeah.
"Peace, real estate agent, peace." Not for me. Did some studying on that, made sure that it was legit. I had to actually see what it was. I went to a weekend event, man. I did pay for a course, okay. Um, Jumped in, ended up getting my first deal off of a FISBO, okay, for sale by
Okay.
owner, for
Okay.
sale by owner, okay.
Yeah.
To this day, I think I still say I got lucky, man. But ended up just calling the FISBO section on Zillow,
Mm,
and I called a seller and I was like, hey, would you accept the cash offer? He said,
mm,
yeah. I was like, wait, what? Okay, I'll call you back tomorrow.
mm.
so so literally I go back to the weekend event, man. I talked to the guy throwing it, and I'm like, hey man, I got this deal. I don't know what to do. And he was just like, hey man, this is what you need to do. You need to lock it up at this price. But it was
Mm,
still kind of high though. Still kind of
mm,
high.
mm.
And I went back to the actual seller, ended up getting it lower. My guy that was working the event, he still couldn't make it work. So I actually took that deal over to a new Western agent, and they got the deal done. And I got my 5 grand. During this time, I did not know how to sign a contract. I didn't know how to
Wow.
do an assignment contract.
Wow.
Literally, I just used my mouthpiece. That's it, man, and made it happen.
So so hold up now. So this is why we're doing this again. This is the sauce I never got on the first one, bro. We must have been nervous on the first one. So first takeaway for the audience, man, and I love this so much. Um, this is the difference between somebody who, by the way, from the time you learn, Jerry, about you're in a real estate school, you're trying to get your license, and you see that first ad, and then you join a little mastermind. What was the difference in the time elapsed between you learn about wholesaling and you're collecting your first check?
45 days.
Okay, man, come on. I could scream right now, but I got my
My
mic
back,
in.
my back was against the wall, so I didn't even like have
There
time
you
to
go.
even think about it. It was just like, do it. Like,
So this is first takeaway for everybody here. I already know we're only a few minutes in. I know we're about to have a lot of takeaways. My first takeaway is this, y'all. I've seen people who they have 30, $40,000 in reserves in the bank. They and I asked them after 2, 3, 4 months, why have you not done your first deal yet? Oh, I'm still learning. They say I'm still learning. The difference between somebody like that and a hustle implementer, right? This is the
Hmm.
true epitome of a hustle implementer, is somebody who all I need to know is the concept, and I'm gonna go out and take action according to what I know. I don't gotta know everything. I
That's
just
it.
gotta know what my next step is. And then I take the next step, and then I fumble my way to guys, $5,000 in his first 45 days. Let's go. Let's
Hmm.
go, baby. I love to see it. So I interrupted you. I interrupted you, Jerry. But so as a FISBO, you take it to a disposition house. They get the joint sold for you. I want to ask you this, bro. What did that do for you? And just give me the raw truth. I'm not looking for any particular answer. What did that do for you, though, whenever you see that $5,000 check or wire, or whatever it is, you see that $5,000 is yours now? What did that do for you emotionally?
so bro, when the wire hit, I was just like, they gonna ask for their money back. Like, like I was like, nah, this ain't real, man. But it just the grind, man. That was that sacrifice I made, and I just needed to see the process. I needed to see the proven process of it happening. I didn't know, like, I didn't know about you. I didn't know about. I knew of Max Maxwell. I was looking at his videos, but
Mhm.
I didn't know anybody else like really doing wholesaling at the time. So literally, just seeing that money hit, I was just like, all right, man, I need another one. I need another one.
Mm,
So I was ready to
mm.
get back to
Hmm.
it. I thought I was going to be, and I always tell Mike, man, I always thought I was going to be like the Fizbo guy because I was looking at like
Okay.
Max Maxwell videos, and he says like, however you got the first deal, that's how you need to get the other deals. So I'm just like,
Mm,
okay, I'm gonna be the Fizbo guy.
mm,
Man, that was so depressing, man. Hearing all those
mm.
daggone no's, and then that's when I got the feedback to actually market to distressed sellers. But I mean, not knocking it. We've done a few Fizbos, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. What I find is that there's different types of people. There's different people. Like I'll interview certain people, and I'll ask them, man, what did that first deal do to you emotionally? There's the type of people that say, man, bro, it was everything. That was life. It breathed life into me. It was like da 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 da. And then there's the Jerry Pearson where it's like, for me, that was the blood in the water. That
Mhm.
made me want to
Hmm.
hustle harder. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're one of those people, Jerry. The Bryson Duval, I interviewed him yesterday. He was one of
Hmm.
those people too, where he was like, he didn't get excited. He was like, okay, bet. Now I know it's possible. I'm turning it all the way up now.
So the
You,
Right.
you
so
know
the
what?
thing was, and I still say this to this day. I hear people say they did 10, 15, 20. I even had one of my homeboys who did 65K on his first deal. And I always say, like, I thank God that I just did a small deal because,
Hmm.
bruh, fresh out of a corporate job to drive and live, man, if 65 racks would have hit my account on my first deal,
Right.
I don't even know if I'd be here right now, bro. I probably wouldn't have met Mike.
Real
I would have
talk.
been good off
my
the
man,
gas.
my
I
Real
man
just
would
talk.
have
made
been in Bermuda
I
somewhere.
just I just made my supply chain salary in one deal. Like, nah,
Mm,
my mindset wasn't ready for that. So I knew that
mm.
5K felt good, but I knew I needed to keep going in order to, keep the bills getting paid.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so we're gonna come back to Jerry because we got some more. We got some more questions. So, Michael, you threw out a phrase there. I love it, man. The Joseph story, right? From prison to the palace, right? So
Hmm.
give us a little background on your turning moment. So for Jerry it was the look, he got fired and that created this sense of uncertainty, got another job, and now he was discontent with corporate altogether. What was it for you that got you to the lowest point, and then at what point was there a paradigm shift for entrepreneurship?
So me and Jerry's story is so different. So the word college and corporate, I didn't even grow up with those words in my household. You
Mm,
know, my uncle was an ex NFL star, and he lived with us because he got down and out. You know, got into drugs, alcohol, that whole type of thing, right? So he was living with us, but he was my role model, right? Because I played sports, he played sports at the highest level. So he was basically like my role model. So, very early I got into like gambling, in high school and kind of hanging out with the wrong crowds. And as a matter of fact, when I was in high school, some of my classmates, they actually went to prison for a long time. I mean, some of them have been out for a couple years now. We're talking 20 years
wow.
ago.
Dang.
So yeah, so I joined I ended up, not going to college to play sports, so I joined the military to kind of get out of the streets a little bit,
Sure.
right? Not saying that I was like super heavy in the streets, right? But enough to be getting in trouble and kind of going down the wrong path, and it could have been a lot worse. So I had a physical accident when I was in the military, and so when I got out, the only thing I knew was the streets, so I kind of got back into the streets. So long story short, my lowest point was when, in and out of jail. The last time when I was in jail, I seen that, they serve anybody that's been to jail know they got bologna sandwiches and peanut butter sandwiches. And when that bad boy, when that tray slid across the table, I was like, man, I am done with this life, But I've always been kind of like an entrepreneur at heart. I never held a corporate job more than a year.
Mm,
More than a year. I never had. I was always at like, the labor readies, or I was always like buying and selling shoes on Craigslist or buying and selling electronics. I was always kind of like in that hustle mode, right? So the last time I had got in trouble, all my charges got dismissed, and the lawyer that worked my case seen that I had a gift, so he hired me to come work in his law firm.
oh
Okay,
snap, see, I didn't know all
that's right,
that.
right,
Dang.
right.
So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So
let me
he
ask you this
hired me.
though, really quick, bro, because this is a little detail. This is so interesting. The lawyer was what, you were the lawyer's client, and what did
Correct.
he see? What did he see in you? Was it the way you spoke? You could articulate words? What was it? Was it your line of reasoning? Was it what did he see in you, somebody who was in and out of jail, that he was like, I actually want you to come work? Because that never happens.
Right, right. So I was able to take, from my perspective, I was able to take that hustle out in the streets and apply it to my actual case. When
Oh,
he
okay.
when he said, "Hey, look, there's no defense for you," right? I didn't. My back was against the wall, kind of like Jerry's. Like, I'm facing a lot of time here. I got to start like getting in this law book and start trying to break down my case and try to find a defense, right? So when him and I would meet, I would explain that to him and kind of break it down to him and be like this and that and the third, right? This happened, this took place. Like, if this is the law right here, then, they had no right to do this, right? So he took
Mm,
my he took my concept, applied it, right? Filed some, motions and things like that. Long story short, my case is dismissed. And he's like, say, like, you got a gift. It's kind of like
mm,
Pharaoh, right? Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream, and then he's now in the palace, from prison to the palace, right? So the lawyer
mm,
seen that I was able to interpret the law. So then he
mm.
hired me in his law firm, right? And it was the perfect place to get to know and understand real estate, because law and real estate go hand in hand.
That's right. That's right.
They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other.
Uh-huh.
You
Uh-huh.
can't have one without the other, right? So, in the process of being in that law firm, I learned how to deep skip trace, because he would get appointed on cases where he had to find the unknown heirs for substitute trustees.
Mm. Mm.
So now I'm in the law firm deep skip tracing before deep skip tracing was a thing,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
right? So then that's when I around the time I met Jerry, I had ACL surgery because I like to play basketball a lot, right? So I had
Uh-huh.
ACL surgery, and I was at the pre foreclosure sale. The reason I was at the pre foreclosure
Had you done
sale
a
where I
deal
met
yet?
Jerry, I had not done a deal yet.
Oh,
I had
snap.
not
I
done a
didn't
deal
know
yet.
that.
I
He
had
didn't. He
not
didn't
done a
tell
deal
me
yet.
that
Look, because when you're a hustler, it's like you have to get in where you fit in,
That's
right?
right. That's
So
right. That's right.
I'm acting like I've done many deals because I'm starting to soak up the game, right?
Okay.
Because I heard Max Maxwell on a video talk about, Uncle Max is what we should call him by now, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
I heard Uncle Max talking about flipping a house with no money down, no credit, no risk, never even touching the house, right? So I was like, hey, hold up, that don't even make sense, right? So when I started digging into it a little bit more, I read the law on assignment of contract,
Mm.
right? And I said, damn, that makes sense. So what did I do? I remembered that there had been several people that came into the attorney's office wanting to sell their house
Mm.
that they inherited,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So
Mm.
all I did was pull out their phone numbers, call them, and ask them, hey, I'd like to come take a look at your house and make you a cash offer on your property, right? And just took everything that I heard from those videos and things, right, and implemented it right there. And I
Wow.
ended up meeting Jerry because he said, hey, you want to find buyers at that pre foreclosure sale, right? So that's where I'm at with crutches and everything when I first met Jerry.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I hope everybody who's watching this can see from these two stories that there's really no excuses in terms of wherever you are, you can get started right now. And I'd love to bet money on the fact that if you're watching this episode right now, that you have enough knowledge to be able to take action and get to your next deal. You have enough knowledge to be able to take action and get to your next deal. I love it, man. I love it. So let's dig a little bit further. So fast forward. You guys have been partners for a little while. We got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about this because I want to get into where y'all are right now. I want to get into some other discussion. Um, by the time we met, and y'all came and we were kind of masterminding together in the community that we had at the time, the superhuman wholesalers. Where were y'all? What was y'all status? How many deals had y'all done together? Where were y'all at that time?
So before we linked up with you and the Superhumans, we were doing about 20K a month, right, Mike? Somewhere around there, about
Right,
20K a
right.
month. However,
Take
we
about
had no
5 or 6 deals
systems.
to do it.
Yeah, yeah. We were hustlers. We were
Yeah,
hustlers. Okay.
y'all were getting to it. Y'all were
We
getting to it.
were yeah, we were getting to it. Had the and me and Michael, we sort of had the same uh, methods with the deep skip tracing because I got my first six deals from direct mail, no dollar. I was skip tracing people from white pages, so I wasn't even doing like the bulk skip
Hmm.
tracing. So
Mm.
once he showed me the way that he was doing it in the law office, yeah, we were doing 20K a month, no systems though. We didn't even have a dialer. All we had was the campaign on the spreadsheet, man.
Yeah.
KS
We were
campaign.
color coding it, man. We were color coding it, and we were in Starbucks just smiling and dialing. That's where we was. That's where we
That's
was.
Yep.
crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about that because this is actually really intriguing for me. So um, with the process that y'all were running, this is like a match made in heaven, man, because you have Jerry who you were like on the front line, like just gully about it, just doing as much as you possibly could on your own based on the limited knowledge you had. Then you had Michael, who had this understanding of law and knew where to find information. And,
That was
and
it.
and then y'all came together. So what was this methodology? What were y'all doing, Michael? Where were you getting information from to deep prospect and all that?
So we initially would drive to dollars, right?
Okay.
So just driving for dollars and writing names down,
Okay.
basically. So if I'm driving down South 17th Street, I'm gonna put South 17th at the top of the piece of paper, and then I'm gonna put 1110,
Boom. Yep.
1111. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
I'm driving down the street real slow, and I'm just writing them in, right?
Yep.
And then we went on like True People Search, White Pages. This is before Prop Stream. We knew about Prop Stream
That's
before
right.
we knew about skip tracing, before we knew about anything
Yeah.
in regards to those type of systems, right? We were
Yeah.
just writing them down. And then what we would do was we would just sit for hours. When I tell you hours, we would sit and blow through that phone, smiling and dialing. I didn't
Yep.
even have a Google Voice. I was just using my own phone number. It
Yep.
didn't even matter at that point.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we had a list. And so that transitioned into the prop stream,
Hmm.
right? So then I think we pulled a tax delinquent list off of prop stream in our county. It had like 350 records on it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We had that spreadsheet, right? And we would literally, we got a skip trace, right? And then we literally went one by one. And if it was like a wrong number, we like highlighted the column red. If it was a right number, but we had to leave a
I did the same
voicemail, we
thing, bro.
highlighted the column yellow. You know what I mean? If it was a
Yeah. Yeah.
good number and they said no, we highlighted it a different color. And we just ran through that whole list, and we hit like dice like 5 times on it.
Wow.
You know, no virtual assistants, no CRM, no anything. It was just like, we know this works, so we're gonna
Mm.
do it. We don't have to know all the, we seen the videos, make 100,000 a month and use
Yeah.
these 10 softwares and stuff
Hmm.
like that. We seen all that, but all we knew is we needed to get on the phone with somebody. We
Yeah.
needed to get in somebody's house,
Yeah.
you know. So that's where we were at when we met you. Now, by the time we met you, oh, it was a match made in heaven.
Yeah, man. I remember asking you guys, what are y'all doing in business? And I already knew that y'all were about to be different, because there weren't too many people who were hustling on y'all's level without much sophistication. And what I mean by that is the systems, the processes. What y'all were doing already on the gully side, I was like, I mean, these guys are about to destroy the game, man. About to destroy the game. So let me ask y'all this. How long did it take? How long did it take for y'all to hit your first six figures wholesaling real estate?
Together, when we got together,
Yep.
5 months.
Oh my
Yeah,
Five
God.
yeah.
months.
Oh
Wow.
my God. Oh my God. And listen,
Ramped up.
y'all.
5 months.
Listen. Okay, so here's the next question. Here's the next question. All right. 5 months to hit your first six figures. What was average overhead in that 5 months? What were y'all
I'd like to
paying?
go back to those days.
I know, same, bro. When I look back at what I did my first full year, I'm like, how did I do that, man?
Yeah,
But I want to
yeah.
know where y'all were at. What was average overhead monthly?
What was it, Jerry? Like it had to be
Two
like
grand.
$1,000, 2,000,
No
something
more than
like that.
two. Yeah, no more than two. No more than
Listen,
two.
I don't
y'all.
know.
Okay,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
ask y'all a question. I think this is the first time I've asked. And listen, I'm not trying to lead y'all into. I want y'all to answer openly and honestly. I just want the truth. This is for the people. Here's what I want to hear. So let's be conservative. Let's be conservative. Let's say it took y'all 6 months, right?
Hmm.
100K divided by 6 means y'all had to average about $16,000 a month
Right.
on average, right? On average.
Hmm.
Okay, y'all were putting up $2,000 a month. Uh, um,
If
I
that
want to,
really, if that
If
really,
yeah,
let's
that,
if
say
yeah.
yeah,
two.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because we're being conservative. We're being conservative. I want to ask y'all this: in the state of the market right now, I really want y'all to think about this. And I'm not leading y'all into anything. Just be honest and open. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear
I
you
can't now.
now.
You
You
went out
could.
for a brief second, but you
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that. Okay, um, Shanita asked a good question. She says, I'm confused. Overhead, it was just them, right? How much did they pay themselves? I'm talking about operation expenses, Shanita. So I'm not really asking about how much they paid themselves. I'm just talking about how much did it take in operation costs. You know what I mean? I'm not
Hmm.
concerned with how much they took away right now. So Shanita, let me know if that helps you, because I don't know how much they paid themselves, and I'm not concerned about that right now. But it's for a reason. It's for a reason. I want to ask this, okay? Um, Given the state of the market right now, if somebody came into the game with y'all's hustle right now in 2020, 2021, going into 2022, could they do the same thing with similar hustle and similar overhead? What do y'all think? And
Absolutely.
you said
Absolutely.
you
Yeah,
said
they
what?
could. I think they could. The
Come
reason
on,
why is
baby.
because
I'm
nothing's
very.
more valuable
Please
than your
share.
time.
Let's go,
Because
baby.
your time, you're putting your time into it. It's you, and that's what you need in the beginning
That's
anyways,
right.
because you'll never make that if you just skip those necessary steps to get
Mm-hmm.
to, where we're at right now, where we're not having to utilize so much of our time and
Mm-hmm.
energy and effort as far as being so much hands on. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
I'm not sitting on a phone or a dialer 6 hours a day anymore.
That's right. That's right.
But I used to. In the
Yep.
beginning, we used to, you know. So a lot of that overhead was just, systems and gas money
That's
and
right.
things like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Airbnb, man. I was driving from Houston, man. I was
Mm-hmm.
driving from Houston, staying like 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time, man, to do deals.
So
Worked
so
out.
so let me just break. So Jerry, what about you? Let me ask you the same question. Do you think given the state of today's market, if somebody were to come in with the same hustle that y'all had and the same overhead and operating expenses, do you think that they'd be able to generate, $16,000 a month?
I gave the face, but now that you say the same hustle and everything, yeah, yeah, I
Mm,
think you can,
mm-hmm,
100%. So
mm-hmm.
it's like my man here got a felonies. Um, I drive 2.5 hours weekly to do some deals in Killeen. Tell me why you can't get started.
I love it, man. And so listen, y'all. I love this so doggone much, man. I love this so much because I say this all the time. I say this all the time. The differentiating factor, y'all, those of you in the audience and those of you in replay land in the future who are listening to this 2, 3, 5 years from now, who are listening to this right now, the differentiating factor in success is this one thing right here. And I said this on yesterday's live. I'm probably going to end up saying this every single live, man, from this point forward. And that is it's the it's the discipline to push through the pain of boredom.
Mhm.
There you
I've,
go.
de- I've deducted it down to that one thing, y'all. Like, like I see, like, I must have coached, at least touched, at least in the last, I don't know, 3 years, let's say 300 people. And
Hmm.
by no means do I have a high success rate. I do not have a high success rate. In fact, it's only about 12% of those, 12 to 15% will hit six figures in their first year, right? Um, however,
Hmm.
the ones that do are the ones that can discipline themselves to sit their butt in a chair and run through whatever their IPA is. I'm not even dogmatic about whether it's texting or whether
Mm-hmm.
it's RVM or if it's follow-ups or if it's you got a VA and all you're doing is doing the follow-ups in the beginning or if it's cold calling. But it's the ability to sit through and discipline yourself to go through the pain of saying, man, this is not really that fun, but man, I got a vision. I got a
Mm-hmm.
vision that I'm trying to create. I'm so excited. I'm so compelled. So man, this is so exciting, man. And I want to get into the next thing, but Shanita threw this out. She said, operating, yes, I'm clear, running the day-to-day activities of the business. So with them running the business and wearing all the hats in the business, what did it cost for their marketing, sales, financial, etc.? I was wondering, since this is something they may have not documented, what did overhead look like from every perspective, including paying themselves? So, okay, so Shanita wants to know this. Shanita wants to know, how did you guys pay yourself? So that's actually a valid question. That's a valid question.
Right.
How did y'all pay
So
yourselves in the beginning? My
right.
man Jerry
So
smile.
So so
say this. It's yeah.
so I can speak. So at this time, y'all, I think this is a nugget for partnership too.
Okay.
Michael and I JV'd the first year we met. So 92
Okay.
deals, we JV'd everything. Home
Mm.
Team Cash Offer, which is our LLC together, that wasn't born until after we've been knowing each other for a year. So
For a year.
Wow.
me personally, of course, I
I did the
wouldn't
same
dare
thing, bro.
I,
I
I
did the
wouldn't
same
dare
thing.
recommend anybody else do this. But
Nah.
my LLC was Surety Home Solution. Surety was getting paid $5,000. That's how much was going in my bank account. I
That's
mean,
How much
right.
was
that
going in
that,
there?
that wasn't
Oh,
the correct
that
thing,
stresses
and
me
I
out
paid
so
for that.
much.
I
Yes,
know, right?
yes, and I paid for that, and I paid
Facts.
for that, right? I
Yep.
paid for
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Now, that we have the LLC together. Now we put ourselves on a
Well, it's
salary.
really an S corp now.
Or yeah, an S corp. So we put ourselves on a salary,
Mhm.
and you'll just have to adjust that on where your blood is, where you need to
Yep.
be at financially.
That's right.
However, if I could go back, I promise I would have did
I
it.
know,
I
right?
promise I would have did this. We made a whole lot of money, and I had to give a whole lot of that to Uncle Sam. But
Yeah.
man, if Surety got a 5K assignment fee, that's how much I paid myself. And man,
Yep.
Right.
So
Yep.
so in y'all's first full year, how much did y'all close and fund? In your first full year, what did y'all close and fund?
355.
Yeah, that's
305. 305. 305.
That's
305.
nasty. Look,
Yeah.
listen, y'all. Hold on. Let me put that into perspective. I gotta put numbers like that. What I learned, y'all, is I gotta put numbers like this into perspective for people because it sounds like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. But most people have never seen money like that. So I gotta
Mhm.
put it into perspective so people understand what this means. All right. And then I want to go back to a little gem that they just dropped right here. $305,000 divided by 12 means you need to average, y'all, $25,000 a month, every single month. That is not chump change, you heard? That is
Mm-mm.
not small money. And this is year one, y'all. This is year one. Okay, so watch this. Let's go back to this little gem. Jerry, you said I would not recommend it. So basically, in y'all's partnership, y'all were already operating like partners, but y'all were basically JVing it. In other words, y'all split everything down the middle, right?
Everything
100%.
down the middle.
Okay, and then Jerry, you said you were operating your money in what is it a BAB, which is called bank account balancing, and,
Oh yeah.
and basically what that means, y'all, and by the way, I want Jerry to expound on this, but I just want to set the context for the question. Bank account balancing looks like this, y'all. If I open up, I have one bank account, and all the money that comes into me comes into that one bank account. And if my bank account says I got $10,000, $15,000, then I say Aaron Bevins has $10,000, $15,000, and I move and I operate like I got $10,000, $15,000, not realizing that's not all my money.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
I want to ask this to you first, Jerry, because you're the one who brought it out. You said you don't recommend for people to do that. Can you just explain? Because some people are probably listening to it right now and they don't understand. Okay, that's how I run my business right now. What's so wrong with that? They haven't been hit with their first tax season yet. But Jerry, just expound on that. Why is that the worst possible way to be running your business? To be doing that whole, I got one bank account, and this is what I pay everything out of this one bank account.
Uncle Sam is going to want his. You need to have a separate account for your operating expenses, how you pay yourselves, recurring expenses. So pretty much when you spread those accounts out. So basically, when we created Home Team, our LLC together, and we broke down everything, that the system literally tells me exactly where I am. So from versus when I had my single LLC, hey, shoot, I got 55 grand. I'm good. Well, now if I look at that account, that 55 grand is spread out in different accounts. So maybe I only got 5 grand in OPEX, but 40K in the tax account. Like, man, I might have to not pay myself this month. We got to make some things happen, but you need to know where you are at in your business. So once you set up your business like that in several or multiple accounts, if somebody asks you, if you ask like, hey, how's business going? Like that account should let you know exactly how business is going.
Right.
No way you can say with a straight face that you're doing good if you know your operating expenses is low.
That's right. That's right. I love it, man. You got anything to share on that, Myke? Because I see you nodding your head, bro.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we got into the Superhuman campaign, so what the Superhuman campaign did for us, visiting with you on a weekly basis, gleaning from you and all the ups and the downs that you learned, your trial and errors, you gave us a platform to build an actual business, right? Because we transitioned from straight hustling, because it's okay, from the hustler mindset, hey, I got 55K in the bank account, right? But what else do you have? You don't have a business, right? Even if you had 100,000 in the bank account, you still don't have a business, right? You don't have a business that can be consistent over a period of time, right? So when we learned about what was it, Traction, right? When you exposed us to the book Traction and you did trainings on the book Traction, it not only helped us as far as the business mindset, but it also helped us as far as the business structure, how we needed to have, not only the mindset piece of having a vision, having core values, having a focus, having a niche, things like that, right? Understanding how the business operates, understanding, that every business is going to go through cycles so that it can get traction. But also couple that with the profit first method, right? And now you cooking with grease.
That's right. That's
now
right.
you're cooking with grease. So that's what being part of having that relationship with you exposed us to. So once we understood that piece of it, it really in the right direction. So, and the profit first saved our
100%.
Yeah. So for those of you that are wondering, yeah. We got the majority of what you were saying though, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, bro.
Okay, good.
So real quick, I wanna, because y'all drop nuggets, coincidentally, because y'all have been running this. Those of you that might be a little bit confused about what Michael and Jerry are referring to, they're referring to the book Traction, and it's by Gino Wickman. This is what I call the entrepreneur's Bible. This is a book that must be studied. I always have a marker in this book for where this book for me is studied. I can open it up to any page and you'll see my underlines and highlights and my study. This book, y'all, shows the
No
operating.
audio version. Get the real book.
That's
No audio
facts.
version.
Please, man, thank you for saying that. Yup, that's facts. You gotta study this book. You gotta jot down notes. You gotta write down. You gotta actually, whenever it says to do something, you gotta put the book down, and you gotta actually go out and do the exercise. That's the only way this book is gonna be worth your while. The next book that they refer to, guys, is called Profit First by Mike McAllowitz, right? This book right here will show you how to go from doing that a BAB, the bank account balancing, to a new age money management system that's going to allow you to actually be able to look at your business and understand exactly what it looks like, just from seeing all the different accounts. Man, that's crazy. Y'all are dropping nuggets, man. Y'all are
Those
dropping nuggets right
days,
now.
those days when you, or those months when you hit zero, Profit
Mm-hmm.
First will save you.
Ooh,
It will save you.
speak,
It will
Mm-hmm.
save you.
speak.
Like just being
Mm-hmm.
super aggressive on our percentages, bro. We would have, yeah, it saved us several times, man. Several times.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's big facts, man. That's big fact. So I want to ask y'all this real quick as we start to wrap up. Talk to me about y'all's biggest deal, man. As entrepreneurs, we don't, whenever you're in the high level, you know, I found that the highest level people don't always talk about their biggest deals, because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, that's cool. We want to know about business systems and all that, but this is for the people, man. The people love to hear about the biggest deal stories. What's the biggest deal y'all have ever closed, man?
Man, I'm gonna let Mike explain it, but I'm gonna share this right quick, man. We just because you our boy, man, we had to get real innovative on that one, man. So this will be our first time even speaking about this, bro.
Already, all right,
Yeah.
okay,
This will
y'all
be
got me
Yeah.
intrigued.
you getting the exclusive right here.
Already, I love it. I love it.
Man, it's tough. So, Jerry, you start off with the figure. What was the figure, and then I can tell the story because we did JV it.
Okay.
Man, I'm
We
about to pull
JV'd
up
it.
the picture. I took a screenshot of it, man. I'm looking for the picture
Yeah,
right now. It was
yeah.
crazy, man.
So,
Definitely the six
so
figure.
while Jerry's looking for that, it was a six-figure deal, right? We
Woo.
want to get you the exact number. So one of my and what's crazy about it is, look, check this out. It was a referral.
Ooh. Ooh.
It was a referral. It wasn't from marketing. It wasn't from
Uh.
writing a letter. It wasn't. It was from having a relationship over real estate. We had helped out this
Mm.
realtor one time, that had
Mhm.
a problem property. She kind of
Mhm.
got, there's a lot of scams and stuff. We all know that, right? I mean, big time in our market. You got some craziness going on, title
Yeah.
fraud and everything. But
Yeah. Yeah.
she was kind of fell victim to that situation. So having that law background, I was able to advise her and give her kind of like the right direction to go and what she should do. She was able to be successful at it. She called me one day. She has a very thick Korean accent, and she said, "Oh, Michael, I need you to come to Austin right now. I need you to come to Austin right now." So I went and met with her. She had a client who inherited a portion of a
Mm.
property, and the property had just been sitting there for 3 years.
Mm.
Overgrown everything, but it was like
Mm.
single family slash commercial
Mhm. Mm.
property, right? And so, long story short, we worked out some numbers, but then we realized, okay, well, we got to go to the nursing home to get this lady to sign, right?
Oh,
Because
dang.
the lady was living in the nursing home. One of the heirs was living in the nursing home.
Mm.
Yep. So we had to work out that situation. Another heir was living in California.
Okay.
There was actually someone that got with the owner, who was a man, right, an elderly man, right, got with the owner and had him sign a transfer on death deed over to her.
Oh, dang.
Okay. So as soon as he passed away, his portion went to somebody that wasn't even part of the family, type
Mm.
stuff, right?
Mm.
So I had to dig deep into this one, and I found out, Texas doesn't necessarily honor those transfer on death deeds. There's some specific laws and stuff like that. So I was able to work hand in hand with the title company and show their underwriters that, hey, we can get a if we can you can actually get a clear to close on this, because at first they wasn't going to give it to us, right? So we actually got, finally got a clear to close on it. Got all the affidavits of airship done. I think there was three in total, so three death certificates, three separate affidavits of
Oh my
airship.
God.
We did all that ourselves. Never
Mm.
hired an attorney, not once. We did
Dang.
all that ourselves, and
But
was able to cash in.
GP,
Yeah, I just want to know GP.
$124,518 and 29 cents.
Oh my God, man.
Yep.
Yo, that's crazy. Man, y'all. This is what's so crazy about that, man. So let me ask y'all this though. Let me ask y'all this. Y'all obviously had to put in some time, some energy, some innovation into you guys into this deal in order to close out a deal that big on gross profit. But let me ask y'all this: from the time you were referred this, and by the way, y'all, those of you in the audience land and replay land, did y'all catch it? That was a referral. They did not pay for that lead. You understand
100%.
me?
That's right.
That's
That's
Two
a,
of
it's
right.
a,
our let me get two of our biggest deals were off for referrals.
come on, man.
Yep.
Guys, okay, so second takeaway. And there's been a lot of takeaways in between, but I'm just isolating these. Second big takeaway, y'all. But actually let me have y'all explain it. Let me have y'all explain it. What why is it that people are giving y'all referrals like that? What do y'all do? What do y'all do? Because I know y'all have systems and policies and things, and y'all have a philosophy, a whole approach to business. Why y'all's referral game is so heavy? What do y'all do to have people think about y'all whenever they have deals like this? What are y'all doing? What are y'all feeding these people?
Man, I think the thing is, man, just the social intelligence Michael and I have that
Mm,
that we just honed in on. So we're just all about adding value, you know?
mm,
So from buyers to sellers to realtors, um, like I mean, I think I've said it on the calls before. Um, we have buyers who send us leads. Okay.
mm,
They send us
Yep.
their leads. We're really good at finding people. We're good
mm,
at clearing up title. Our title company knows that. They love working with us because
mm,
that's the least amount of work that they're going to have to do. So you notice how Mike said we took care of all of that. I mean,
mm,
basically, we just presented everything to the title company and the underwriters and like, hey, do y'all sign off on this? But no matter who we're working with, whether it's the seller, the buyer, realtor, we're going to knock out a lot of the work, 99% of the work ourselves.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
and
Man,
and
that's
and
well,
and we cleared 300, but we also paid over $60,000 on HUDs to bird dogs,
wow.
JVs,
Mm,
brokers, right? So they know that if they send over a lead, they're going to get some kickback, or we're going
mm-hmm,
to add some type of financial value because we're all in it, to generate revenue for our business, especially the professionals, the brokers, the realtors, things like that, right? They're professionals. So if they can send you, if you can build a working relationship with them and they can get you those pocket listings or those pre-listings, things of that nature, right? Before they really hit the market, and you can market it out to your buyers, and then kind of have a arrangement or a negotiation already worked out with them, you're going to get so much business from not having to market, just based on your relationships and adding value to the market.
that's
100%.
insane, bro. That's absolutely insane. Man, this is wild, man, because what I wanted to address before I asked that about how y'all are getting all those referrals, and I wanted everybody to take notes. That's why I was asking. So, guys, please go back, replay the last 45 seconds, right? Where they're basically giving you the sauce. They make sure that people get paid on deals, man. They're not stingy.
Mhm.
They would rather sacrifice a few thousand on this deal to make sure that the professionals involved, the brokers, the realtors, the bird dogs, JV partners all get paid, because guess what? Those people are going to bring more deals to the table, and that's how these guys are clearing so much GP. But then I wanted to go into
I'm
this.
almost done.
in one deal. Yep, we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up right now. We, the fact that in one deal, guys, to close $124,000 GP, y'all, this shows right here the possibilities that are available. And these deals happen all the time. They happen all the
Mm-hmm.
time, y'all. You would be so surprised. I just want to open up everybody's cerebral cortex, right? Your abundance mind. I want to ask y'all this as we wrap up, because I know we're coming up on the hour. I have so much fun with you guys. I didn't even realize we've been here for an hour. So let's go ahead and wrap up. But I want to ask y'all this. I want to ask y'all this. All right. And by the way, shout out to Martez, who said this is unbelievable value. I tend to agree. I tend to agree.
Mm.
So look, top two skill sets that entrepreneurs should learn. By the way, let me just preface it this way. I want the top two skill sets that you guys have found, that you have had to learn along the way, that you wish were two skill sets maybe you would have started to learn sooner, or that you could have mastered sooner, or that you could, if you could give it to your kids, and your kids are looking at you and saying, Dad, I'm about to be an entrepreneur like you, Pops. What are the two skill sets that I need? And you can't talk to me for another 2, 3, 5 years. Give me two skill sets that must be learned by every entrepreneur in order to grow into a successful business owner. What would y'all say?
Mike.
Um, I think this is probably going to be cliche, but sales. I mean,
Mm,
sales, man. Period, man. Like sales is like it just is what it is. Like sales 101. If you can understand sales, the psychology of sales, then you're gonna go very far. I think I've heard you say this before, Aaron Bevins, that if you understand the psychology and the implementation of sales, then you'll never go broke.
yep,
You'll never not have a job.
yep.
You'll never not be in business.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
sales skills goes to every aspect of your life, believe it or not. You know, my wife knows I'm the best salesman that there is.
I love it,
You know
man.
what I
I
mean?
love it.
Sales,
Yep.
man, you'll never lose.
You'll never lose, man. I love it. I love it. So it sounds like Mike took one, Jerry. And by the way, I love the cliche stuff because it's cliche for a reason. I love the cliche stuff, man. So I love that. So
Hmm.
Mike took sales. What would you say, Jerry?
I would say the mindset, man. Having a good
Mm.
mindset, okay? Being
But
able
expound
to
expound on that though. Expound on that because people love the same mindset, and I feel like I understand it, but I feel there's so many of our listeners who are kind of like they're kind of vagued out whenever we say that.
maybe like a maybe like more of like practical intelligence goes ties along with
Mm,
social intelligence also.
mm,
Being able to add value, being
mm,
able to perform every day. Real estate is a roller coaster, right?
mhm.
There are things that are going to go on in the business. Life is going to hit you in every single way. The title company may mess up, sellers may back out, buyers may back out. Just having the right mindset to keep going within while you're doing this business, because it will happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me like, what's the right amount of money for me to quit my job? And I was like, bruh, I made an emotional decision and everything went wrong. I always had to try and find money because stuff went wrong. But
Hmm.
just having that right mindset to go out there and just do it no matter what is going on, because this business is a roller coaster. I know we talk about the 125 gross profit and all that good stuff, but some lessons definitely came out of this, man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
100%, 100%. Hey, I'm glad we did this again because I got so much sauce on this one that we didn't get on the first one, man. And and thank you guys for always being willing to give to the community. I know that y'all as the y'all are the prosperity innovators as far as I'm concerned, man. I love you guys to death. Thank you for hopping on. Any closing words that y'all would want to say to the audience that's listening right now, man, and on replay land?
keep taking action. I got an ebook. We got an ebook coming out soon.
Yee.
50 objections. It's a game changer. It's good for a one-man band or it's good for your team. Literally just 50 of the most common objections you could think of. And there's responses to every single one of them that'll keep you on the phone a little longer, whether it's you or your VA. Action takers only. That's all I want. Be on the lookout for that. I'll drop it on Instagram soon. So keep taking action. Much love, Aaron. Thanks for bringing us home, man, and adding value to us. We love you and appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you, Myke?
Yeah, for sure. And those 50 objections, man, that came from trial and error. We didn't take or jack that from nobody. Like, we came up with every single one of those. The ones that we experience on a daily basis, the ones that our team experiences on a daily basis. We put them all in an ebook. Hopefully it add value to the community. I wanted to real quick shout out the CEO Youth League, right? So my partner, Tony, Tony Johnson with the Wealthy Gangster, right?
Yeah.
So y'all, if y'all on my page, I'm a basketball coach, but also we have a CEO Youth League, right? So a lot of the kids in our community, their parents aren't as educated about business and entrepreneurship, as maybe we are. So they kind of push them into sports and sports only, right? And if there's not the sports avenue, then there's not another avenue for them to get in, especially here in Texas where, sports is everything. Basketball, baseball, football, from a young age, all kids play all those sports, right? But my partner started the CEO Youth League to kind of expose kids to entrepreneurship, and start a league by doing it. So he actually even takes the kids' ideas and puts money behind their ideas and starts businesses. Wow. Like he's got restaurants. I mean, you're talking about kids that have restaurants now that understand business. And if they do want to get into sports and things like that, they can understand how to not only, to understand how agencies work. Because kids nowadays, they can get paid from, all type of avenues within sports, right? So to understand how money works, understand how agencies work. Me and Jerry went and spoke there the other day and broke down to them the difference between assets, liabilities, and rich dad, poor dad. You know what I mean? Something that I didn't learn until I was 30 years old. Now that we're helping expose these kids to entrepreneurship, and man, it's going to be a game changer for the community. And man, go on his Facebook page, check out CEO Youth League, and check him out and show some support.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, y'all be on the lookout for the 50 Objections ebook. Whenever that goes live, come back to this post and post it here. Please let me know whenever that link goes live so that I can share that out to y'all. I love it. Michael, Jerry, thank you guys for always giving so much. I appreciate y'all coming back on the show. Until next time, y'all, it's been another live with the one and only Aaron Bevins, the Millennial Entrepreneur, and Michael Lane, Jerry Pearson. Until next time, let's get it.
We made it, that's facts, ayy. We the greatest, that's facts, ayy. Prices raising, that's facts, ayy. That's right. But we paid it, that's facts, ayy. They hate it, that's facts, ayy. Cause we changing, that's facts, ayy. We did. Can't blame them, that's facts, ayy. Cause we made it, that's facts, ayy. Jerry on top, that's a goat, yeah. Where you been, I wanna know, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. I know you wanna look up for this. Baby, let me turn you up a bit. You said you made it through hell and back. Give me the scoop, baby, tell the facts. Don't be shy.